Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it, you already know. Like a torta with some bad habits. Bye up, bye up. Let's get straight to the intro. Welcome back to the channel. And if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that I stay kicking. And I appreciate the support. I'm very humbled by it, right? So let's talk the artist formerly known as Lefty Gunplay. Lefty fucking, I don't know. Lefty fucking playing with his people thinking about Jenny 69. Lefty Gunplay gets exposed by Yenny, right? The cabrona herself, Jenny 69, put him on blastification. But in this case, I'm gonna have to rock with Yenny, right? This is Jenny's world, homie, and you try to be in it. Look, we know that Jenny 69 is doing whatever it is she has to do to get put back on the map. See, for a while there, she was popping. She was popping, man. She's played off the 6ix9ine, the whole Tekashi 6ix9ine shit, formed her own caricature, right, on social media. Jenny 69 came up from doing makeup tutorials to actually making music and swearing up and down, man, that she affiliates with cartel members. Now, I'll say this about Jenny 69. She had a falling out. See, at one point in time, Jenny 69 was on her shit. She was messing with GT Digital, real tough, man. Go Toes out there. She was really doing her thing, man. She was on a video with Too Short and Jay Diggs and all the fellas from the Bay, right? But then she got a little slack. She got a little hate. There was some people that was pushing gang politics on her. Literally dudes telling her that she couldn't kick it in Northern California with Norteños because at some point in time, they were going to feel some type of way because she's from Southern California. That's our chick, and we want her over here in the Soul Gang, right? So she kind of shied away from the limelight for a while. She got out the way. You know, she was dealing with her relationship issues, her children, just doing her thing, man. And at the same time, in between time, she was watching the marching band. The band was marching. Her 15 minutes of fame were over, or were they? Because they came back. When you have tetas like that and a little bit of a bump back there, let me tell you, man, your 15 minutes of fame start over. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look at flag on the play. Let's run that one more time. So now she's starting to pick up steam. And who's popping? Who's the man with the master plan? Who's the face of LA? Allegedly, right? Who's the one doing this thing? Soul Gang, right? Lefty Gunplay. My boy Lefty Gunplay stays popping, right? I don't care if you don't like him. I don't care if you hate him. I don't care what you got to say. He's all up in your grill, right? With this Johnny Dang thing. He's doing his thing. Lefty Gunplay continues to, his 15 minutes of fame has also been extended, right? And he's doing his thing. So who better to work with than Lefty Gunplay to get your bubble, right? To get your bubble on, not your bubble bursted. Well, he got his bubble burst, and we're going to talk about that. But, you know, who better to work with? So she's been working with a lot of different artists. I see she hooked back up with Toes. You know what I'm saying? Got back into the mix with a lot of different things. But she definitely was working with Lefty Gunplay. Now, was it a working relationship or did something more transpire? According to Lefty, I've seen some interviews where that's his homegirl. She bought him a chain. They're just cool, man. They work together. They did collabs. We haven't seen the collab yet, but they've done collabs. But did they collab more than just in the booth? Did they collab in the bed? Because according to Lefty and some of the interviews he's done, he spoke recklessly on his pipa. You know, guys that do false advertisement on their dick, they talk, their body count ain't what it's supposed to be or isn't what it really is, but they like to add anything special to it. And I think this man felt that by adding Jenny 69 to his body count, that was going to make him get some clout or feel some type of way. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. No disrespect to Jenny 69, but it's not that serious if you mac that, right? It's not that serious if you hit that. If she decides, she's a woman, and we got to keep her respectful. If she decides to get in a relationship or let someone do her thing, that's her prerogative. She could do what she wants to do. She can fuck who she wants to. It's her thing. It's her kitty cat, right? She could do what she wants, but at the same time, when there's a guy running around recklessly speaking on things, pillow talking, or putting shit out there, you know, you don't speak on your shit. You don't speak on your relationship. You don't talk about, hey, I was hitting that. I hit that. Yeah, I got that. because sometimes they don't want their business out there on the streets. Okay, Lefty Gunplay did that. So Lefty Gunplay basically said that he did this to Jenny and he did that. Now, there are people that were in the building when Lefty and Jenny 6ix9ine were kicking it several times. Of course, they were doing some promotion for their upcoming shit they got popping. Of course, they became friends. So obviously, it's kind of a who said, he said, she said, she said that he said. Who do you believe? Right? Jenny 6ix9ine swears up and down they are just friends. F that. She swears his 15 minutes of fame are over and she doesn't really have anything to do with Lefty. Now, like I said, I've seen some interviews where Lefty Gunplay's like, oh, hell no, that's the homegirl. She bought me a chain. We're good peoples. She's good peoples. And he's kept it real civil and real conversational like that. And then I've seen some where I don't know if he's skunked it out or if he's just like, fuck it, eh? You know what I'm saying? La primera lives. I don't know what he's thinking. Sur gang. But he's basically like, oh, yeah, I hit that. I killed that. I put my fingers in that. And I did all kinds of weird things to that, right? Now, there was an interview that was being conducted with La Patrona, Jenny 6ix9ine, right? And it was a good conversation. She was having a good conversation with another female, and she was asked a simple question. Did she, in fact, have relations with Lefty Gunplay? Now, if they did, they did. He says they did. He says he smacked that shit backwards. Look, do you guys take Lefty's word for it? Lefty says a lot of things. Remember when he's like, hey, I want to be on a Kendrick Lamar album? Everyone's like, yeah, right. Boom. Kendrick Lamar. Remember when he's like, man, I'm going to the Super Bowl? Well, that didn't happen. So he's batting 50-50, right? He's 1 for 1. Look, I'll tell you guys this. There's no reason to disbelieve this guy. And a female in the industry, they might get a bad reputation. I'm not saying Jenny 6ix9ine has that reputation. See, Jenny 6ix9ine has been known to have a relationship, be in a relationship for a very long time. Now, she is no longer in that relationship. It's a former relationship. Their business on why they broke up, why they disbanded that group, right? But that's her business. Now, of course, let's keep it real. Lefty Gunplay says the moment he started gaining popularity and he came out, he was asked a question, would he ever consider doing work with Jenny 6ix9ine? What does he think? He was like, man, I'm trying to get that. He was on that. She's a beautiful woman. What I like about Jenny 6ix9ine most is she's pretty without makeup. You know, is she pretty standard? I mean, every chick now has a BBL and big teta, so it's normal. It's normal. You know what I'm saying? Guys got to work harder. Women don't. Women got motherfuckers lined up. Lefty was in line like, Super Gang. He was in that motherfucker. I'm sure Tommy Guns right now is in LA County like, I want Super Gang too, right? Like they're on it. Motherfuckers are on it. So much so that dudes got jealous when she went up north because, you know, motherfuckers was like, North Gang. Show! Right? They was that motherfucker like, doing their thing. Huelga. She was getting Huelga wegged, right? She was hanging around with Northern California players and doing her thing. And motherfuckers didn't like that in Southern California. They were like, you got to come back, girl. You are Sureña gang. You better come back. Anyways, Lefty's always wanted her. So when Lefty was asked the question, did he have relations with her, right? I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and believe whatever you want to believe when we think about relationships. Let your mind run wild with this, right? He said, yeah. He said they did that. They did that. He'd been done that. That was nothing to him. Shit, that was mandatory, homie. You know, so you better hide your fly baby mamas. Next thing you know, that dude Blanco 15 is gonna pop up like little white dude. He'll pop up like looking like a scarecrow, talking about, I got all the fly baby mamas, right? So you better hide. These cats are out there really trying to get it. Now, Jenny 6ix9ine was asked a question on the interview. Was she ever involved in some type of relationship? Was her and Lefty together? There was a lot of speculation her and Lefty were together. That's his old lady now, whatever, right? A lot of people were buying it. I didn't. I said, yeah, he probably hit that. He probably hit that. I'm gonna keep it real. I keep it real, Jenny, if you don't like this. He probably hit that, is what I was thinking. Until Jenny 6ix9ine said, hell nah. And she went on further to explain that his 15 minutes of fame were over and there was basically nothing that Lefty could do. And she felt bad for him and she felt like he was fucking his own career up. And she started to elaborate on things. But the key question there was, did he hit? Because in this crazy world that we live in, everybody wants to know everybody's business and everybody's business gets put out there. You know what I'm saying? It's social media. It's what it is. If you're a public figure, best believe they're going to know how your toenails look and they're going to know how your asshole looks. They just know. Everyone knows about Wes Watson. He tells you all the time. So she said, hell no. Now you have Lefty Gunplay, who has a lot of admirers, a lot of people that support him, a lot of people that fuck with him, even though he can't rap word dog shit, right? Or his rap does smell like dog shit and sound like it at the same time. you'll get a glimpse of a little bit of talent, but he is a charismatic individual. He is cool, man. I do hope that he just blows up. I hope he gets the Grammy, right? I really do, man, because that is shit on a whole bunch of haters, right? So I really hope he does. I'm pulling for him. Now, at the same time, that his dick game is his dick game, right? Whatever he says, I guess we got to run with it. But Jenny said, nah, hell nah. She said, hell nah, that never happened. She even proved it and exposed Lefty that it never happened. But she texted him right there in front of everyone and said, why are you lying on me? Why are you saying we did this? Why are you saying we did that? Why you got to lie, cuz? Oh, Pablo, why you got to lie? Right? On Soul Gang, why you got to lie? Crickets. Jiminy Cricket. Straight Jiminy Cricket, right? Who knows Lefty Gunplay to be silent, quiet? The only time I ever in my life heard Lefty Gunplay quiet, ever, was when bands dissed him. He didn't have no response for that, right? But anything other than that, Dad Vato always has something to say. You know, charismatic. Your vocal is your vocal, right? Your vocal is how you get by. Crickets. No response. Now, did she truly text Lefty Gunplay? Did she really put him on blast? Was he just trying to chase Jenny 6ix9ine for the clout and say that she was part of his body count because, I mean, it's Jenny 6ix9ine? You know, are guys really lusting after these women that much that they have to lie on them and say, hey, yeah, I did that? It's like, okay, fuck it, I did it too. Other than Jenny, right? Never met her in my life. But hey, I did it too, since everybody else did it. You know, now there have been people that said there was some type of something going on there. Or maybe it seems like it. See, every time a beautiful woman is around a man, everyone automatically expects that man to try to get that. And in most cases, that's usually how it goes down. Let's be real. It's hard to have a beautiful woman be a friend with just a guy. It's very rare, right? That's like that dude Neon, that young kid. I seen him with Ruby and I seen him with Iggy Azalea. I said, damn, this motherfucker got on. Right? He's with all the baddies. Says, he don't even look at him like that, though. Davato's focused. He's about the feria, and even more so than that, he's about fucking maybe his producer. Some dude. I don't know what he's about, but at the same time, he has the baddies right there. And there's a lot of guys that don't know how to act around beautiful women. They get around beautiful women, and then when they get around the homies, they be lying and shit. Oh, I hit that shit for. No, you didn't, eh? How'd it smell? Like pineapples, right? That's crazy, bro, because that's what my chicks and my people smells like. Oh, is that right? Yeah, maybe that was like what I smelled in the bathroom. No, hey, no, it smelled like kiwi, right? Oh, right, man, you like kiwi? That shit's sour. No, bro, but kiwi with tahini on it, right? You know what I mean? Let's just start lying and elaborating. She busted Lefty out. She exposed him for lying on her. Now, is it such a big deal that people got to be all on the internet talking about it? It's not really that much of a big deal, you know, but it does make Lefty, it just adds to his list of lies. It adds to his book of fabrications, you know, adding a little time here, a little time there to a sentence, you know, being in high power with Tory Lanez, right? And all these different characters, like when you weren't even locked up around the same time that they were, and just stupid things that people will bust them out on, right? Which is, to me, it's no big deal. I like Lefty as a person, man. I don't give a fuck if he tells a fib here and a fib there. It is. Everyone does, man. There's not a person watching this motherfucker that ain't lied to their old lady. Where were you last night? At Buffalo Wild Wings, right? No, you weren't. You were at fucking what's that other one they got? You were at Dave & Buster's. Yeah, I don't like saying that because I don't disrespect the North. You know what I mean? Nah, fuck that. We know where you were. Just stupid little things like that, inconsistencies in stories and stuff make people start wondering, are you a habitual liar? Look, Lefty Gunplay, you ain't got to lie about hitting Jenny 6ix9ine. She probably would have let him hit if he'd have played his motherfucking cards right. If he'd have kept his boca shut, because that's what happens with these women. See, beautiful women, you would think that they have a long line of guys trying to get at them, but really guys are intimidated. This is the facts and the truth. I'm about to give you some knowledge you can't get in college. Beautiful women don't get approached as much as you think that they do because dudes will see them and be like, nah, she's way too bad. This is just like the way we think. We're not going to tell the homeboys that. The homeboys be like, damn, fool, she's on you. Like, if I already hit that. You ain't never seen her in your life. Man, I've been killed that, bro. I've been did that. Shit, I gave her the business, right? You know what I'm saying? Oh, is that right? Yeah, we just broke up, eh? Before you guys were together, right? You know what I mean? They be lying. But most of those beautiful women, they're unapproachable. And it's not because they're unapproachable, because they like to chop game and they like such chorra. You know what I mean? They like to do their thing. They like giving my money. But it's the point that a lot of guys are intimidated. With Jenny 6ix9ine, because she's in the industry, because she's always surrounded by men, people obviously think she's hoish, right? They assume that, right? Yeah, she's just as provocative. Sex sells. You know, she's been involved in a little bit of drama, none that she has started. You know, do you remember when Pinky Rose was trying to beat her ass? Right? They jumped on Jenny 6ix9ine and shit. There's a lot of people that don't like her for whatever her reasons were. You know, but I respect her hustle. She's still hustling. She's doing her thing. And a beautiful woman around a whole bunch of men doesn't mean that she's letting all the men hit. Now, we're always under the assumption in the industry that all these guys are boning all these bad chicks, and that's the way these video vixens get in the videos, and they have to give a mamon to get somewhere. It's not like that all the time. I've been around some beautiful women in my lifetime, and they're cool as hell, right? But I hit it. I keep it right. I hit it. Hey, other than Lefty, let me join you, eh? Right? Let me join you in the Lion Club. Look, she exposed Lefty, and that looked real bad. That was a bad look for Lefty that she put that out there and Lefty didn't respond. Because either he's like, fuck that, bro, I'm not even going to indulge in that type of conversation, or she's telling the truth. And her and Lefty never had a relationship. But let's look at it for what it is. Gives a shit. So what if Lefty killed the cat, right? Why must I chase the cat? Nothing but the medication in me, right? Who cares? Who cares, man? Hey, I've always tripped out on people that worry about who our other people are with. Oh, fool, did you see that fucking chick the homies with? She was a big old fat chick. So what? I like big chicks as well sometimes. Sometimes. My lady's not that big, but you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter, man. Stop hating on other people for what they like, or they might have a different matter of opinion of you or whatever. Don't worry about it. Sounds good. Hey, if he comes in your house and he smells like straight garbage can, then and only then, because it's affecting you, can you say, hey, bro, you need to wash your shit because your chick right here is contaminated. I know, because I had a contaminated chick, and I've told you guys the story. I'm surprised she didn't get toxic shock syndrome, right? Her shit was so blown out. What I'm saying is this. Jenny 6ix9ine and Lefty Gunplay, if they did have a relationship, if she's lying because she doesn't want anyone to, I don't see why she would do that, and I don't see why he would lie. I mean, he did, though. He get me real. He did. I mean, we don't know, but he did put it out there, though. He said, man, I killed that shit. You know, and that motherfucker like, da. And there are people that said that they've seen some extracurricular activities going on. So, Jenny, in exposing Lefty, did you expose yourself? Did you put out there that Lefty didn't do nothing, but he did? Like, why are you so mad at Lefty? Because his star's not shining bright like a diamond? Is that why? Because I'm going to tell you right now, and this is the honest to God truth, I wish nothing but the best for Jenny 6ix9ine and, of course, Lefty Gunplay. But I could tell you guys right now, we'll be still talking about Lefty Gunplay when Jenny is doing a 6ix9ine. That's just the way it is. That's just how I feel. Anyways, with that being said, what do you guys think? You think she exposed Lefty? Do you think when she called Lefty and put him on blast and he didn't answer, does that mean he lied about it? Or maybe he just was in tour or locked up or smoking a fat bowl or whatever he was doing. When I say a bowl, you guys know what type of bowl I mean. You know what I'm saying? We mean Lefty Gunplay, right? That's what we mean. So, hey, I don't know, man, but it just trips me out the way that social media works nowadays. Everyone's like, oh, did you hear? Did you hear fucking Janet Jackson? She gave a mamon to one of her dancers. I don't care. Unless it's for me, I don't care. It's not a big deal. I don't care who Miley Cyrus's asshole she's licking. I don't care. It doesn't matter. But when these people want to lie on their shit, like, oh, yeah, man, I killed that, bro. Like, come on, bro. I'm a gangster in this motherfucker back in the days. Not anymore. But, you know, in life in general. And I know you be lying like a motherfucker, bro. You, Jenny 6ix9ine, you might have stuck a finger or two up that. You know what I'm saying? She might have felt frisky. You might have tasted a little something just for, you know, content purposes. But I don't think they were like boyfriend, girlfriend, and he really did. But, again, that is Jenny 6ix9ine. She's very provocative. And you never know, man. Could have got a little Patron popping. Could get a little Lefty Gunplay popping, and next thing you know, motherfucker was in there like, You just don't know. Anyways, with that being said, let me know what you guys think. Just some content to put out there. Was Lefty Gunplay exposed by Jenny 6ix9ine, or does it matter anyways? I don't think it really matters. So what if you lied on his dick? Who don't? Who don't? I probably got about 20 or 30 that I was like damn near. I think I stuck the head in, and I just claimed full thrust. And that's just what I'm saying. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people. Shout out Lefty Gunplay. I like him, man. Shout out Jenny 6ix9ine. I like her. But she said, hell no. She said Lefty couldn't touch her with my dick. Girl, don't be saying that because you ain't never met me in real life. Bang, bang. Gunner gang.